I guess I'll be first watch.
Good.
And you'll be second watch?
Yeah, third.
And third watch?
Yeah.
And fourth
I'll
watch?
sleep 12 hours.
I'll be practicing my painting skills.
All right.
It's the one thing that triggers the no.
Oh no.
No, it's
Curse you.
you're still close enough to the city. It's pretty quiet.
We're still in a weekend bush.
All right. So day 2 of travel.
You guys want to stop by this town?
You'll hit Seven Nest about halfway through your day today. So it's up to you if you want to stop in or just ride by as fast as possible.
Are any people coming from the town?
There are a couple. Yeah, on the road. Yeah. If you actually decide to stop and talk to anybody. Or,
yeah, like just really quickly.
Yeah.
If they can tell us anything about the town.
Yeah, there are some people that are traveling to Tarsus from Sevenist because they're basically trading or looking for a better life in Tarsus, one or the other.
Right.
Yes, so it's bigger than, based on their description, it's bigger than some of the other towns you've been to, but it's still not like it's not a city. It is basically it's mostly a fishing community.
How big is the inn?
Oh god. This again.
It's a question he would ask.
The inn has 6 rooms.
Okay.
Whew.
There's one inn in the town.
So it's kind of like Nebraska.
It's bigger than Nebraska,
Oh,
from what you gather.
it's Bracket at a whorehouse.
Well, that was the most important thing.
With only one girl.
Anyway,
Yeah.
still alive.
Yeah, alive.
One girl who decided to stay in the whorehouse. And it was a brothel. Gosh, use a nice term.
A bourgeois.
Boudoir. Bordeaux? Is that
Bordeaux.
is that right?
Bordello.
Bordello.
That's what I was looking
We got there eventually.
Yeah.
I'm pretty full of city. As much as I love cities, because forests are dumb.
Uh-huh.
But
They
anyway,
have good
so-
fresh fish in town.
Yeah, but it's freshwater fish.
Yes.
I say we pass.
From a port town? Like a coastal city?
It's not a coastal city, it's a river.
Is he from a coastal city?
Oh, yes, he
I'm
is.
asking him.
He is from a coastal
I'm
city.
asking.
Well, he isn't from a coastal city, but he's lived in a coastal city that had access to everything.
Do you guys need to stop by?
Negative.
No.
Maybe they have a ring of protection for cheap.
No.
Yeah,
I think that
that's likely.
the chance of that happening is very low, and I don't want to go there.
So what kind of
So-
random loot generator this guy's using?
The road goes through the town, so you can either ride through the town as quickly as possible or get off the road and go around the town.
Oh, we can go.
Well, we can go through it at a normal pace. We don't
Okay.
have to like rush through it.
All right.
And we're not like spying through the different windows, but if like something like weird, we can like we would see it, I guess. We're not like avoiding.
You're being observant. I am not.
I'm
So
not being observant. I'm just not being unobservant.
So
Alright.
normal.
So you're being normal.
Yes, I'm not avoiding.
I don't think
I'm not avoiding
I don't
eye
think
contact.
that, I don't think there is a normal for Ranger Joe.
Richard Joe is the new normal.
all right.
The rest of the island needs to catch up.
So you ride through the town about midday, and it looks like a average fishing community. Except on the main road near the center of town, there's a guy who looks half crazed. He's kind of unkempt, and he's basically wandering around from person to person, screaming about how the monsters are coming. It's the end of the world, and everyone's going to die. And he's basically trying to tell this to every single person that passes by. And people just keep brushing him off and laughing at him. And as soon as he sees you, he runs up to you. Good sirs, you must turn back. The monsters are coming. They will kill us all. It's the end, I say.
Yes, we're
I've seen
suicidal.
them.
We're actually heading towards the end to end our lives that much faster.
Guy just kind of backs away.
Where are they coming from?
They're coming from the south. Hordes of them. Hordes, I say. I barely escaped with the skin of my teeth.
From
I don't know a lot of comments.
from where did you escape?
The south.
The south? Is that a city?
No, I didn't come from a city. I didn't live in a city.
You can show them that.
Where on the map?
The south.
Okay.
Where are we?
We're here.
Where's here? Oh, Sevenist. They say it's Sevenist. Where's Sevenist on your map? Oh, yes, I came from below the river.
What sort of monsters are you running from?
Oh, big hairy ones.
Maurice is just a crazy old man.
Big.
And they come in hordes, and they follow men on horseback.
So, the Greeks are coming?
The Greeks. I don't know what the Greeks are. What are these Greeks?
Well, we'll keep an eye out for them. How did you escape?
Why, I hid in the wilds. No one knows the wilds as well as I do. I've been in them for so long.
What's your name? Kubar. Oh, I thought you meant Saudi Arabia.
Oh,
Like, no, it's
yeah, that's what I thought you said. Do you not even know my name?
Mine doesn't.
You Saudi Arabia this whole time.
I was going to say, mine doesn't have anything fancy. It just says Saudi Arabia.
Well,
Mine has my DM's wife.
why are you in the city then?
I'm here to warn the people before I head off to the next town, to warn them too.
What's your next town?
Whatever the road takes me.
Well, it will take you to Tarsus,
Then that's the next town I'm going to.
That's a noble cause.
You
I guess.
trying with this?
No, we're going south. He's probably not going to come.
I don't
with us.
want him to come with us. at
Oh, I
all.
thought you were offering him a ride.
Oh no, 0 chance of
I can't go back south. The monsters are south.
We're not offering that to you.
Just don't take the road that goes that way. As he faces south. That's where the monsters are.
How many?
How many?
Yeah,
More than I could count. More than you could count.
I
Could be
doubt
7.
that.
Could be 8.
More than there's people in this village.
That's not very many. You can't count that high.
No.
Higher than the bracket population.
There's like 40 people there.
No, there's more than 40 people here. I'd say there's 42.
How do you
Maybe
know?
more.
You can't even count that high.
That sounds like a small number.
I feel like I've gotten everything out of you that I can.
I don't know why he can't.
And I toss him a silver. And say, for
Oh, I don't take world's money.
Jesus.
He backs up and lets it drop on the floor.
Then I.
You know what we did there?
Yeah, I'm not picking it up.
Okay. I don't know.
I'll pick it up.
Kabar jumps down off his horse, walks up to the guy, clink, 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 stares at him, picks up the coin.
I will.
I'll take this.
I'm gonna take out one of the Medusa snakes and throw it to him. Like, we'll handle this.
The Medusa steak?
Yeah, I chopped off all the Medusa snakes.
Right, I didn't know you
Okay.
took it with you.
He grabs it. Dead snake. They say it's fine meat, but it's a little old.
That came from a Medusa's head.
So what's to do?
It's a creature that turns you to stone with her gaze.
I've heard of such deadly ancient monster myths.
Well, we killed one.
You brave adventurers, but you cannot stand against the horde onslaught coming.
The horde.
Onslaught of hordes, yes. That's what they say, right?
I don't think they say that. I think you say that.
Well, what would you call it?
A party of orcs or something.
Posse is the
No, I've seen the orcs before. These were not orcs.
What did they look like? Hairy.
Big hairy men.
Big, hairy. Like giants?
No,
Not that
they-
were on horseback.
No, they weren't on horseback, so they were walking. And they weren't that tall. They were taller than me. They were maybe taller than your friend here.
Didn't you say they were on horseback? I thought I heard you say
No,
that.
they followed men on horseback.
Oh, yeah. Follow the men on horseback.
Oh.
Oh. Well, that's cool.
So it's only an army and a horde.
Well, thanks for your help. We are going to be heading south.
Just don't take the left road.
The left road.
Should we east early?
Okay. Thank you for... And then I...
Whatever that was.
Well, spread the word. Don't. And he runs off screaming to the next person.
Good, real good. At least I got silver out of it.
Are we still in the town?
Yeah, the guy just finished his spiel.
All right.
We have a new job now. It's to go town to town, yelling about support from the south.
Oh, I like that. Is it pay?
Yes, the silver.
Not the world's wealth.
World's wealth. What isn't the world's wealth? I hate hippies.
He wasn't a hippie, he was a hermit.
Hey, Hermit's a pretty good background.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Says the hermit.
Better than soldier. Oh, what's your background?
Oh, you know, just soldier. The hermit.
You guys are just going to start referring to each other by your background.
Hey, soldier.
You all can call me Noble if you'd like.
Noble.
My noble.
Noble Nancy, Henry the Hermit, and Soldier Saul.
I'm not a hermit.
Oh,
How dare you, sir?
Outlander?
Yeah, I can find infinite food.
Oh,
That's Outlander.
Ollie the Outlander?
There can only be one.
Not the Highlander.
Outlander.
There can only be one Outlander.
Seriously,
I can get.
No, that's a different TV show.
I can
Outlander
secure
is
an audience with a local
stars?
noble. That's my skill.
I haven't seen that.
It's actually kind of cool. It's
that might
a
have helped you out.
combat medic from
I
like
was hoping
the
it would happen.
World War
It
II, I think.
Oh.
And she somehow like goes back in time to
Oh,
like medieval Scotland,
Did he count as a noble?
and people think she's a witch because she knows how to like set bones and
Any of
stuff.
those people count as
Huh.
nobles. They're
Interesting.
just like
It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
peeps.
Although they treat her terribly because she's a
In a
woman,
town run by
Right.
but she doesn't put up with it because she's not used to that.
Yeah.
So,
Now you
but she's still a
understand.
woman, so she has to put up with it
Everyone
because people
doesn't
just
think it's a
overbear
city
her.
unless there are
It's-
nobles there.
She kind of gets the short end of things, and it's kind of terrible to watch what she has to go through. But it's cool to see how she like changes people's opinions because she's so basically mystical to them. I've only watched a couple of the episodes, but it was kind of interesting.
Maybe I'll check it out.
We're out of there.
All right,
We continue south.
you head south.
And we take the left road.
Oh yes, outside of town. Outside of town, there's a fork. There's a road that goes west to Yugan, or east to. It says Vinwood, and then scratched hastily and writing next to it says "and Castle Cirrus."
You know,
Yeah.
I could spend some time in the forest. I don't know if you guys know this, but it's my favorite terrain.
Really? You could say your favorite is the terrain.
Yeah, I just like walking around in there, unhindered by the shackles of life.
I don't know how good a cart would make it through there.
Pretty good. Trust me. Actually,
A cart may not, but a wagon would.
Oh, yeah, that's right. A wagon. Excuse me.
Speaking of which, when are you going to paint this, Kabar?
Ah! I almost forgot. I will paint it today at camp.
Okay. I can
At
make
dusk
sure
we
you.
paint.
I can make sure you have some light.
Oh, that's right. I will need I'm going to need that orb.
I don't want you screwing it up and blaming it on the darkness.
I can find twice as much free food in the forest.
Okay. Sorry. I don't think we've ever had to worry about food. Oh, that's fine.
Oh yeah, I also have Mask of the Wild. That's something.